This is Tanks Vlog, September 17th, 2018, wrapping up the day in sports. Oh, what a beautiful day it was at the Meadowlands. Thanks to Stu Feiner, who arranged for me to get to the game and get front row seats, 22-yard line, to watch the Miami Dolphins serve up an extra helping of humble pie to the New York Jets. Had my Jason Taylor jersey on. It was a party as the Dolphins took over MetLife Stadium, and it was crazy getting in there. First I had an Uber driver that was a little whacked out, to tell you the truth. Making calls, text, wanted to drop me off at Xanadu. I mean, she says, is it okay, can I drop you off here? And it's just at the construction site of Xanadu. But I got there. I missed the first couple of series, but it's not like baseball. Opening day at baseball, you have the pomp and circumstance. Football doesn't have pomp and circumstance. They just have loud sirens and fireworks for the Jets. And I got there in time. Just going through security also took some time too, of course. But I got there in time to see the Dolphins make a big pick of Sam Darnold. Dolphins defense came up huge all day. Huge. And nobody was better than Kiko Alonso. Kiko Alonso had 13 tackles, 2 forced fumbles. One was recovered by the Dolphins and led to a touchdown. I mean, and the Jets. Jets are their own worst enemy. They could have taken this game over. First off, they were dumb at the end of the half. Should have at least got the field goal. And then that pass that Darnold threw, you got it. When there's 10 seconds left, there's no timeouts, buddy. You got to throw it in the end zone. Otherwise, throw it away. Because Dolphins made a tackle at the 2. Time ticked away. 20-0 halftime lead. Now, Dolphins offense was no good in the second half at all. I mean, it was like they parked the car in the garage, which I hate. You know what I say? If you sit on a lead, you shit on a lead. And, of course, the Jets came out smoking in the second half. Right down the field, scored. Then, got a turnover. First play, and Meadowlands is going nuts. But Xavier Howard, a big interception in the end zone, saving the day again as the Dolphins beat the Jets 20-12 and bring out that sweet humble pie. Jets got some humble pie and make it extra dry. Watch the Jet fans as they cry, sweet humble pie. Jets fans got humble pie. Thought they were high and now they're low. Sweet humble pie. Oh, it was so great. It was so great. And then it was like my big size 12 shoe was just like the Dolphins, stomping on the Jets' green balloon. Elsewhere, the Falcons beat the Panthers 31-24 as Matt Ryan actually punched in the end zone 4 times. Now, that might be a key game because these are division rivals and both teams are now 1-1. The Chargers got off to a hot start, led 28-0 at the half. Bills played better in the second half, although they were getting embarrassed again. They were down 28-3 at the half. They scored 2 touchdowns in the second half and made it cosmetically close, 31-20. As Davis quit at halftime. How do you have a player quit at halftime? I mean, he went, "Screw you guys, I'm going home. Screw you guys, I am not playing here anymore. I am going home. You stink." Vontae Davis. How do you quit? How do you quit at halftime? Yeah. Finish the game and then quit. Be a man. For the second week in a row, we had a tie. Thanks, Roger Goodell. Thank you for shortening overtime 5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. That's just what we need, ties in football. Roger Goodell probably loves ties. He probably wishes every game ends in a tie because he's a moron. But Packers-Vikings played to a tie. Vikings scored 22 points in the fourth quarter to rally. Big controversial play was Clay Matthews' hit on Kirk Cousins. I mean, are you supposed to, like, do a Matrix move when you tackle somebody? Are you supposed to, like, float in the air? Hover over them? How low is his body going to go? It's gravity. The NFL has some stupid rules. And just putting your weight on a quarterback is probably the stupidest. You know, I understand if you drive a quarterback in the ground, maybe you want to call a flag. But if you're tackling someone and it's just like you're both going down, what are you going to do? Oh, jeez. Roger Goodell, what a moron. Titans, in a back-and-forth battle, beat the Texans 20-17 on a game-winning field goal by Ryan Succop. Oh, Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland. Last week, the Saints couldn't stop anybody. This week, their offense was awful. They were down 12-3 fourth quarter. And it could have been a lot worse. Zane Gonzalez missed 2 field goals and an extra point earlier in the game. But Drew Brees found his rhythm. Alvin Kamara made a few big plays. And the Saints got in front 18-12. But what do you know? Tyrod Taylor, big touchdown pass. And the Browns had the game in reach with 1 minute left. But Zane Gonzalez missed another extra point. Saints went down the field, took the lead, and the Browns actually got a chance to tie the game, but insane in his brain, missed the field goal. And the Cleveland Browns woes continue. I figured it out. The Cleveland Browns, since Halloween, not Halloween, since Thanksgiving 2014, are 4-51-1, something like that. Yikes. And that refrigerator's still closed, and they play the Jets on Thursday. Ooh, wouldn't that be a sweet win for the Browns for it to end against Jets? It was, once again, it was no Le'Veon Bell, as the bell tolled for the Steelers. They were down 21-0 before you even knew what was going on. They did rally to tie the game, but Patrick Mahomes just tore them apart all day long. 6 touchdown passes as the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Steelers 42-37. Meanwhile, Le'Veon Bell liked and pinned a tweet that gave his stats all-time career against the Chiefs, adding, "We never lost when I played." Wonderful teammate you are, Le'Veon. Wonderful teammate. If you ever decide to come back, you're surely going to be welcomed with open arms. Buccaneers, it was more Ryan Fitzmagic as the backup quarterback passed for 402 yards with 4 touchdowns, 2 of which went over 75 yards. I mean, what has gone on? The Buccaneers stunned the Eagles 27-21. If Tampa decides to bring back Jameis Winston when his suspension's over, they ought to have their head examined, and they deserve to lose every game with Jameis Winston as a starting quarterback. Jameis Winston has showed he's immature. He's a bad guy. I mean, from everything he's done in college to this Uber driver, and you know it's probably true because this is his personality. He doesn't care. He's gotten away with it before. And he's just a bad guy. And Tampa, if they let him get back on the field when with Ryan Fitzpatrick playing the way he does, they deserve every loss they get. Colts today played great football. Luck had 2 touchdowns. Their defense, which has been maligned, only allowed 3 field goals as they beat the Redskins 21-9. The Arizona Cardinals, meanwhile, did not show up. Final score, Rams 34, Cardinals nothing. After last week's disastrous Monday night home opener, the Lions actually came out to play. They battled the 49ers in a tight battle. Every time the 49ers started to pull away, Matthew Stafford came up with a big play. Today he had 347 yards, 3 touchdowns. And if it wasn't for a holding away from the football, the Lions might have won this game. Yes, Jimmy Garoppolo threw a big, crucial interception that was returned deep into Niner territory, only for the play to be reversed and overturned by a penalty flag happened away from where the pass happened. Raiders, they built a nice lead today against the Broncos, but completely blew it. Some questionable just coaching decisions by John Gruden, going for it on 4th down. I mean, boy, the Raiders gave him carte blanche, and that's not looking like a good thing right now. Next week, the Dolphins have to play the Raiders. But, the Raiders are a strange team right now. Strange team, as they lost on a last-second field goal by McManus and the Denver Broncos, 2019. Perhaps the biggest game of the day was in Jacksonville, where in a rematch of the AFC Championship game, saw the Jaguars needing to make a statement against the Patriots, winning 31-20. Keelan Cole made a ridiculous catch, a catch that was reminiscent of what Odell Beckham Jr. did against the Cowboys, but the Jaguars won. And Blake Bortles, maybe it's time people stop questioning if he's a good quarterback or not. He passed for 377 yards and 4 touchdowns today, as the Jaguars were without Leonard Fournette. And if Bortles is going to do this, pass like this, maybe he's a late bloomer. And the Sunday night game, the Giants laid another egg in Dallas. Big play early in the game to get Dak Prescott hooking up with Tavon Austin. And then the Giants' offense was on, as Eli Manning was under assault all day. Eric Flowers. Are you telling me there's not anybody better than Eric Flowers on the Giants roster? Eric Flowers is quite simply the worst offensive lineman in the history of the NFL. You could have Waylon Flowers, you could have Waylon Flowers puppet Madam block better than Eric Flowers. I mean, Eric Flowers couldn't block a Brownie scout from getting at Eli Manning. He is embarrassing. He is atrocious. He's slow, and it's like a revolving door. It's like you spin him around. It's like, Eric, the worst offensive lineman ever. Can't block the QB. Every time someone comes at him, Eli goes down in agony. Eric, the worst offensive lineman ever. What? How does he keep his job? He must know some dirty secrets about the Giants organization. 2013 Giants 0-2. Pat Shurmur made some very questionable coaching decisions. Saquon Barkley had a great game, but Eli Manning, he might be done. It's just maybe he's always under assault by defenders because Eric Flowers is so bad. He's so bad. It's almost like you could do the epitaph. You have the obituary. Here lies the Giants' 20 Giant season. Please don't send Flowers. You're telling me they couldn't go down to the retirement home and find hell, you could get Betty White out there and she'd block better than Eric Flowers. Paper would block better than Eric Flowers. A curtain. The wind blocks better than Eric Flowers. Awful. Baseball. Jacob deGrom was on the mound again. Jacob deGrom got another quality start. 3 runs or less. 7 innings. Jacob deGrom didn't get a decision. Mets lose the game. Waste another Jacob deGrom effort. Although the Red Sox did have Chris Sale on the mound. It's just, what is it with the Mets and Jacob deGrom? Why don't they ever give him more support? Just shame. It really is a shame. Because honestly, at 1.78 ERA, he's had one of the great seasons of all time. You think about some of the great ERAs since they lowered him out in 1969. And this is among them. You don't see starting pitchers too often with ERAs below 2. You don't see it too often. And it gets celebrated every time it happens. So the Mets lose 4-3 and move as the Red Sox inch closer to clinching the division. Can clinch with a win in the Bronx. So unless the Yankees sweep this next series, the Red Sox will be celebrating on the field at Yankee Stadium as the Yankees lost another, scoring 2 runs off of Dellin Betances in the 8th inning. That's baseball, Susan. Betances hard, hey, you're not a good closer. The A's, however, didn't take advantage as they lost to the Rays 5-4. Indians, in the hangover of the clinching day, lost to the Tigers 6-4. Orioles got a rare win, beating the White Sox 8-4. It was the National 6-4 winners over the Braves, but the Phillies couldn't pull the trigger as they lost to the Marlins 6-4. Pirates beat the Brewers 3-2. But the Cubs couldn't take advantage. They lost to the Reds 2-1. It was the Twins 9-6 winners over the Royals. The Astros beat the Diamondbacks 5-4. The Rockies beat the Giants 3-2 and are back in first place as the Dodgers lost on Sunday Night Baseball. Angels were beat the Mariners. So baseball's now got just 2 weeks left, and we'll see where we go from here. Today's 3 stars are Patrick Mahomes with his 6 touchdown passes to lead the Chiefs to victory. And by the way, Monday is Patrick Mahomes' 23rd birthday. A rare case where someone is on the 3 stars, in fact our number 1 star, and has a birthday the next day. So he's on both our birthday list and our 3-star list. Kiko Alonso, who had 13 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and basically was in Sam Darnold's face and the Jets all day long, creating havoc in the middle. Great middle linebacker, perfect middle linebacker, a monster game. Is our 2nd star. Number 3 is Ryan Fitzpatrick, over 400 yards at 4 touchdowns as the Buccaneers stunned the defending champion Eagles. It's also the birthday of Alex Ovechkin, who turns 33, and boy, I tell you, nobody ever partied with the cup more than he did. And now it's training camp time for hockey. The puck should be dropping soon in a couple of weeks. We're going to have some exhibition games starting this week. So here we go again. Hockey should be starting soon, and Alex Ovechkin turns 33. And we take a look back to 1960, year of the pitcher again. 1960, the pitching feats that happened that year were just so crazy, and they were happening almost every day. They decided to lower the mound in 69, and this was a 2-day accomplishment. The Cardinals came to San Francisco day after clinching the pennant, so you always focus when you win that. When you win that division, the next day you obviously, a lot of teams that clinch lose, like the Indians did to the Tigers. But Bob Gibson was on the mound, and he had one of those Jacob deGrom days where he gave up a home run, 4 hits, and got a loss. His ERA at the time was 1.12. He was on his way to winning Cy Young. He already had 20 wins, but he got the loss as Gaylord Perry no-hit the Cardinals at Candlestick Park. That was a night game. They came back the next afternoon, and Ray Washburn no-hit the Giants. Check out the full story at Barstool Sports in the Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. On Monday, we should be recording a new episode of Allow Me to Be Frank. It should be dropping Tuesday, so if you haven't heard last week's episode, click it at iTunes and SoundCloud, and have a nice day.